But I was expecting the film to have, like, a gray tone to it. You know what I mean?
Monotone or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the costume's all gray and black and white.
It's way too colorful.
I was like, wait, this is the Giver? Okay, that's really weird because they're wearing blue outfits and stuff. He's not supposed to see color. How can you explain that and how can you let the audience really feel that? Because when you're reading the book, I see it in black and white when I'm visualizing everything. And then when he starts to see the pop of color, like in the apple, and he starts to see the pop of color in her hair, it has a huge impact when he starts talking about that. And so in the movie, when you see it, though, you're like...
Based on the trailer, it looks like they're trying to make a series out of it. Like a little sci-fi series.
Yeah, it doesn't... Still, it doesn't... I'm just saying visually, I was a little disappointed at all. Didn't seem very... And it seemed kind of boring to me.
Divergent actually looked like it's going to be a better film than The Giver.
I heard it's on par. It's getting on par with...
Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games, and they're saying that the main character, the main chick in it, will be comparable to Jennifer, whatever.
Lawrence. Yeah. I doubt that. But,
well, I mean, as big as her now. You know? Like, sorry.
Sorry. And now moving on to game news. We're going to skip that first one. While the PS4 is sold out, the Wii U... okay. Third time's the charm.
Oh
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
My eye is itchy. I'm sorry if I look like I just got punched in the face. My eyeliner's all over the place.
While the PS4 outsold the Wii U internationally in just 3 months, the Wii U is outselling the PS4 and Xbox One in Japan. Like,
Nintendo. That always happens, though.
Yeah.
They love Nintendo stuff.
But normally, Sony does really well in Japan.
That's true, too.
But maybe it's like kind of a backlash of this being the first Sony system they don't get first. This is the first time it's released in the United States first.
Well...
For Sony.
Well, if you think Wii U's probably had the head start, so...
Yeah. But I mean, they're talking like right now that the systems are out, though, it's outselling the PS4.
Japanese and their love of cutesy things.
Speaking of Sony.
And how many anime games are really, except the new Final Fantasy that is on beta, but how many anime games are really on the PS4 right now?
That's just it. There's not really any exclusives out on the PS4 yet.
That's what I'm saying. So I think once that pops up, it'll get better in Japan.
And Sony underestimated the demand of the PS4 cameras. And so they weren't expecting it to sell.
I got you one, right?
Yeah. They weren't expecting it to sell as well as
You're welcome. Bam.
They weren't expecting it to sell as well as it is. And they said the demand well outweighs the supply that they have, and they won't be in stock for a while. And they're actually...
Bam! Good for you.
They're also actually...
Actually, when I bought them, remember they're sold out everywhere except the one in Kyle?
Mm-hmm. And
I got them there?
Huh?
What?
No, PS4s, if you haven't gotten yours yet, you might want to get it now while it's available at places. So they said after this current stock runs out, they don't plan to have any more in stock until summer, like late summer.
So I should get one?
If you want one, you need to get one.
Well, I guess that one's mine because Mike has the Vita.
Wow. Yeah, he's going to fight you for that. A new survey shows less than half of gamers actually complete the game.
I have something I was going to say.
What?
I'll just give Mike the Xbox One because those are heavily in stock.
And while on the Xbox One subject, people keep asking me, when are you going to get the Xbox One? When are you going to get the Xbox One? I'm like, I don't plan on getting the Xbox One.
Well, Mike...
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck. It's as good as the PS4. I just never been a fan of it.
I wouldn't say as good, but yeah.
I've never been a fan of Microsoft's.
I go back and forth. I used to be more Nintendo fan, and then I was huge Xbox fan. I think up to the... maybe the 360 is when I started kind of slowing down. Like, I was playing the 360 a lot, and the PS2 3 was out for a while, but I never touched it. Like, it was collecting dust.
That's just it. Like,
then all of a sudden, I started playing it and never went back. Like, then now my Xbox has been collecting dust and hasn't been touched since then. It's nuts.
I've never been a big fan of the Xbox. Cause, like, I remember I had
first-person shooter games.
PS2, and Drain had the Xbox, and we played a couple of the games on the Xbox, but never really touched the Xbox.
Yeah.
And then everybody was getting 360, so I got a 360 until I got a PS3, and then once I got the PS3, I just stopped messing.
Especially the free online, you know, it's like you're playing, and then your friends have it, so then it was kind of pointless to go back to it. I don't really like first-person shooter games, so I think the last game I can't remember. Was it no, that was on the PS. I don't remember the last game I played on the Xbox. I can't even remember.
I remember we sold the first 360, and then I think I bought another 360 last year. I was gonna play some games with a coworker, but then it was like I played like maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I didn't touch it again. And, like waste of money. And, like, I know if I get an Xbox One, it'll just be the same way again. Because like I barely have time to focus on one console as is.
I think if I really got into a PS4, I haven't really yet. I've been still playing the PS3. So I think if I start getting into a PS4 game, I will buy Mike an Xbox One and Titan, and he will play that. Because that's the only reason he wants an Xbox.
Titanfall.
Is just for the Titan.
But it's on PC.
He's not gonna play on the PC.
It's on PC.
When's the last time you've seen him play a PC game? It's been a while.
Maybe once Elder Scrolls.
But you know what I have been playing? The Wii U. Because after Elizabeth had been playing my Pikmin game, I went ahead and like started picking it up again. It's so cute. It's good.
Damn it. Elder Scrolls Online. The final beta was his last weekend, and is finally up to par with Skyrim. It pretty much feels like you're playing Skyrim now online. Like,
cool.
This guy we game with have been trying to persuade us to pre-order. Like, no, that first beta sucked. I did not pre-order that crap of Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh.
And then played second beta. Like,
Keitra liked it.
Yeah, Keitra liked it. But the second beta, I still wasn't a fan of it. And the third beta, okay, it's better than the first 2 betas. Like, it's just decent. But then with that last beta, like, okay, I can see how this is gonna be awesome. Like,
Elder Scrolls.
Developers Conference
this week. So originally, when I had this, I said there's a Sony's possible virtual reality headset because Steam just released their own headset as a beta, and actually it was confirmed on Wednesday night, I think, that Sony did. They are going to release a virtual headset. What's the scoop on that exactly?
I think I forgot. It's like called something Morpheus, Project Morpheus, or something like that. Yeah. And
is it going to be compatible with the PS4?
Yeah, it's for the PS4.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They're supposed to make a big announcement about a release for like developers and everything this upcoming week. I think this upcoming Tuesday.
So is it going to work like the Vita kind of thing, where certain games will only work on it and you can see it? Do you remember on the? I think it was
Virtual Boy.
Oh yeah, that
horrible Virtual Boy.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It was just all red.
It was pretty horrible.
People got sick or something.
I got $50 at a garage sale and sold it for $20.
Really?
Yeah.
You should. That's a collector. Not
really. I don't think you're finding too many collectors. You're just going to show up money for like, you can pay me $50 and I'll take that off your hands.
I played it. The only time I played that game a couple times was at Blockbuster when they were around. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When they had them there? No, I'm talking about the Super Nintendo, I think, where they had the scope, and you look in the scope, and you could see the screen, and you would, like, shoot from the scope, and they had a little screen. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Except I read the description on my way here. They said, like, the way it works is, like...
On your way here?
Yeah.
Oh, Keitra was driving.
No, it's driving. No, yeah, Keitra driving. They said, like, it blacks out everything, and all you see is the screen, so it puts you in the world completely. And if you have headphones on, and the headphones block out all sounds around you, so, I mean...
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what people need.
Like, hey, did you ever see this anime series called Sword Art Online? That was the first thing that popped in my head when I heard about that.
I'm thinking, people are already addicted enough playing WoW on the PC and they can't pay attention to children. Can you imagine if they have that? Block out all noise and all visual of your kids. That's perfect.
It is perfect. Every father's dream.
I guess. If you have bigger kids, maybe, that might be perfect teenagers and stuff, but not if you have little kids. Oh my god. I'm sure that would be entertaining.
Xbox One in the United Kingdom sales double from the week before after... Wait. Okay. Xbox sales double from the week before after the release of Titanfall.
Yeah. So, Titanfall has really been boosting Xbox One's numbers. So, finally it's getting a little bit more comparable because the games are... Good games are starting to come out.
They're
now.
finally releasing some... But they did announce that Titanfall 2 will not be exclusive to Xbox.
Oh.
And another bad news for Sony. Canada's price for the PS4 just went up from $400 to $450 for controller and camera. Oh,
and for the controller and camera, I think the price went up as well. I think like $20 for each item, something like that. So, or 10 or $20 for each item. So the camera that you can't get as is going to go up in price before you can buy it.
But you know, one thing Sony is seeing, if they was still sold a bundle pack with the camera with the system, it still would have sold like hotcakes for everyone to buy the PS4.
Well, I think it'd be better not to, because then people will on their own time buy the cameras, and I think that's what happened. You know, that's how it happened with us. We bought it, next paycheck, camera. You know, but you at least had the system in a game.
I just don't have the room for the camera.
Because otherwise, some people would just get the system and not be able to get a game. You know.
Yeah.
So I think that worked out.
I don't know if you remember the game Gauntlet.
No.
Gauntlet and Gauntlet Legend.
Actually. Yeah.
They're doing a reboot this summer. It returns. Oh, I forgot to announce in the Hollywood news, they're also doing a reboot of Sailor Moon. It also returns this July.
That's silly. I don't even know what happened. Does it start from the end of the last episode?
It's just going to be like
reboot,
fresh. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Huh.
Now on to tech news. I don't know why I did that voice for tech. Anyways.
iPad 2s are finally being retired. So a lot of districts, a lot of people that
companies.
were still... Yeah, companies.
Cheapskates.
They pretty much sell the newest iPad and iPad 2. Because they continue, you know, people... like mostly companies. And really, Apple hasn't been very good with school districts and with companies in a while. Dell is really better for that. Unless you're an artist, it's kind of not really good for like a group thing. But anyway, so iPad 2s are finally being retired. And I don't know how long they're going to support them after this. I'm guessing maybe a year.
Yeah, I would say about one more year and then the next big update.
They haven't even... anything.
You know what? I think with the iOS 8 that comes out in this September, I would not be surprised.
They cut it off, yeah. Because usually that's what they do. You know, once they stop making it, they stop supporting it on the next update.
To kind of force you to get the 4s.
So they are being replaced by... They're coming back out with the iPad 4s. So they're replacing those. They had stopped production on the iPad 4s, but they're actually... I think it was $389 where you're $389 and $399.
$379.
Well, that's if you buy 10.
Uh-huh.
So $389 for the iPad 2, but now since they're stopping production on that, you can get an iPad 4 for $389. So that's being replaced, which has better stuff on it, obviously. So
it has Siri.
Well, the iPad 2 didn't.
No.
Oh.
Nope. I know when they first introduced Siri, like, I'm gonna get Siri. Nope. Only 3s and beyond.
So, now they're saying the Bicep... Okay, this is a different subject. The Bicep 2 telescope is the key to a breakthrough in understanding how our universe began. And they're saying that it's supporting the Big Bang Theory because the guy who made up the Big Bang Theory pretty much said that the world, after the explosion... everything expanded in size. And so it's evidence on how the universe rapidly expanded less than a trillionth of a second. But I don't think, me personally, I don't think that supports the Big Bang Theory. I think that just supports the second half, saying that it expanded all of a sudden. It's not saying that it expanded by an explosion. It's just saying that it expanded. So, I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong, but that's how I took it. It's not really supporting the Big Bang, but it is supporting his second half on his theory of it expanding. And actually, I think they said